Hi there. I just got flashed back to 1958, and I got to thinking about this, and I thought, yeah, I'm going to write this down. I'm going to do a video right now uh, because this is a great story. To me, it's great. It affected me. It's affected my entire life. Was in the ninth grade at Beatty Junior High School in Warren, Pennsylvania, and I was kind of a lost in space kind of a kid. I'd had attention deficit and stuff. My grades was pitiful and just barely got through. And I was fairly nerdy. And so anyway, we had gym class, and it's like maybe 3 weeks into the school year, and I had not brought gym clothes to school yet, nor had two other guys who were in my gym class, and Mr. Hutchins, who was our gym teacher. He's a wonderful old man, old Hutch, and Hutch sent us to the office, Jack Collins, Bruce Lawton, and myself, and sent us to the office because we had forgotten our gym clothes time and time again, all year. None of the three of us had brought our gym clothes all year. So he sent us down to the office, and we're sitting in the office, and the vice principal back in those days was a disciplinarian by the name of A.J. McDonald. I think his first name was Aloysius. It doesn't matter. We called him McDuck. And so we're sitting in there waiting for McDuck. He was going off someplace, and he was coming back. And I didn't know Jack, and I barely knew Bruce. And we're sitting there on that bench. And I had noticed Jack around a little bit because he had this little thing he did with his hair. I still do it on those rare occasions when I comb my hair. Anyway, and I thought it was pretty cool looking. But I'd never spoken a word to him. He'd never spoken a word to me. And we were sitting there in the office, and I was sitting here. Bruce was in the middle, and Jack was over here. And so Jack leans over to Bruce and me, and he says, "If McDuck goes to give us the paddle, we're making a break for it." Well, that whole concept had never even occurred to me before, making a break for it. We're going to take and run out the front door and off through the woods up there, that little running trail up through the woods, and get on out of there. And boy, what a foreign concept that was to me. It never even occurred to me that you could do that. And I was a bit of a rebellious kid. I was a terrible discipline problem for my parents and all. But that was way beyond the pale. In 1958, man, we're going to make a break for it, just like Jimmy Cagney or something. And man, I was stimulated. I said, "Wow, man, we're going to make a break for it." Well, in come McDuck. He says, "What are you boys in here for?" And I think it was Bruce said, "Well, we forgot our gym clothes, and Mr. Hutchins sent us down here." And he said, "Well, go on back to gym class, and next week bring your gym clothes." And that was the end of it, and we went away. But the feeling that I had, knowing that I didn't have to stand there and let some guy beat me with a paddle. Old McDuck, he had this big old paddle hanging on the wall in there. He was real proud of it. And the idea that I didn't have to stand there and let that old McDuck beat us with that paddle, and it changed my life. And I never let anybody beat on me again after that. And that's that. That's my story about Jack and Bruce, the ninth grade. That's one of them. Jack Collins was a wit. He was a lot of fun. Anyway, we got to hang out then some after that. And then Jack became a serious student years later, and big banking executive and everything. And hey, I'm still wandering around lost in space. But that's it. That's my story. Love you, babies. Bye.